That pop song is recorded specifically on the native territory of the Mia Mia, who were one of the Great Lakes tribes. Much of present-day southwest Ohio sits on the native land of the Fort Ancient people, who were builders of the Great Serpent Mound located in what is now Adams County.
The city, now known as Cincinnati, was built on the land of the Shawnee, the Mia Mia, the Kaskaskia, the Hopewell, and the Adena. Please visit nativeland.ca to find out whose land you reside on. That's native-land.ca.
Hi, kids.
Yay!
Welcome to another episode of Bad Pop Song,
Yay.
the show where we take you on a wondrous carpet ride into my world of, well, my bubblegum candy-like universe of musical cringe and film commentary. I, of course, am Bo, also with you as your co-host, Daniel, with a bit of housekeeping.
I am Dan. Pleased to meet you. Head over to badpopsong.com for all things Bo.
Yes, please.
Check out previous episodes, movie reviews, a little bit of music and fun. Just, it's all things Bo. Go check it out. badpopsong.com.
Indeed. So I got to do it.
You got to do it. Uh-oh.
We're going to discuss Wicked for Good.
Oh, no. It's a good thing that I've seen the stage show, so at least I'll know kind of what's going on.
How do you feel about the stage show? Okay.
I mean, the sets were awesome.
Of course.
The story, me. I've
Okay.
seen people take the Wizard of Oz and sort of, twist it a little bit in like many different ways. So this is nothing new and exciting. In fact, I would say that it's a little bit wonky the way it tries to incorporate the Scarecrow and Tin Man specifically. It's like, okay, so I guess that's a thing. I don't know.
You didn't like the whole, like, let's give the witches an origin story, like you.
I didn't necessarily mind that.
Okay.
I think if they had left that and didn't try to incorporate all the characters around Dorothy, then it's like you might as well have them had met Toto when he was born too. Just try to he used to be a sentient man dog, and they turned him into a little puppy and sent him to Kansas or something. That's the level we're dealing with here. It's just ridiculous how they're trying to incorporate everything.
Well, you may be pleased to know that I'm with you on many of those things as far as the stage musical is concerned. Take my gay card away.
Oh,
no. But I have never been a huge fan of the stage production of Wicked. I've never found the music too memorable either. I don't know. I'm kind of with you. I think the whole like Wizard of Oz, the origin story, all the Wizard of Oz thing, let's give Wizard of Oz characters an origin story. It's just, even in the 90s, like, it just seems so corny to me. Like, wait, no, this came out early 2000s.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Even in the early 2000s, this was like super corny to me. And you know what? I feel like I'm making a fair critique because I too have seen the stage production.
How do you feel about the original Wizard of Oz film?
I am not a fan.
Oh my gosh,
you've totally take my gay card away. No, I'm not.
I mean, there's a whole thing about Friends of Dorothy.
I know. That you know what? I'm proud to be a friend of Dorothy. I don't know. I feel like though that is more like it's implied that gay dudes are Judy Garland fans. So
Yeah.
I go to I that Friends of Dorothy connection, that's how I relate to it, is, because Judy Garland played Dorothy, and of course,
Hmm.
I I think Judy Garland is absolutely fabulous.
Okay.
Um,
So she still works as a gay icon for you.
Oh, she totally works as a gay icon for me. Oh my God. Have you ever heard me sing Come On, Get Happy? Oh my God. Yeah, I tried to sing it just like Judy Garland. And there's some performances she did on Ed Sullivan that I can watch like over and over again. But yeah, but I'm sorry, the Wizard of Oz can kind of fuck off. Like
Oh, that's great.
yeah. So yeah, you have that too. Like me not being a fan of the stage production of Wicked, it all comes from me not being a huge fan of The Wizard of Oz. I can watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I can watch it. I can watch it in its entirety and not like throw up or be disgusted or anything. But no, I'm not. I'm not nuts about it. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not. It kind of freaks me out. Like the imagery in it is really freaky. You know what I really like about the Wizard of Oz? I like all that weird, like behind the scenes folklore, where with the hanging guy, with the hanging stage guy,
which was disproven.
which is disproven. But like, even though
you want it to be a true legend,
I don't know that I want it to be true as much as I just think it's like kind of cool and hilarious,
But even like the stuff that did happen, like the near asphyxiation, the guy who was going to play the Tin Man before, that's crazy.
Yes, all that. Well, all the industry standards back then were horrible. I mean, you talk about like the makeup they were using that would just like completely fuck up the actor's skin and everything. They would have like these horrible allergic reactions.
I think the tin actually had lead in it or something like that. Yeah.
Well, there was stuff in this. There were chemicals.
Oh yeah, the asbestos and the poppies. Yeah.
Yes, I mean the poppies were basically painted asbestos, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then like, do you even want to talk about how horrible Judy Garland was treated? She was this young girl. The studio is starving her and drugging her, and just all these horrible things. And just, I know that there were some actors who played the Munchkins that like were, there was kind of like Me Too stuff going on in that whole. I mean, so I didn't like Wizard of Oz to begin with, and then I read about all this other stuff like sort of later in life. I mean, I'm kind of that much more disgusted with it, So I don't.
From a technical standpoint, it was an interesting film,
but that's a whole other episode. So
right, we're not talking about that. We're talking about a musical about two women who should be in love.
You know what? Yes, absolutely. So yeah, we are talking about the film Wicked for Good, which is just now as we speak has been released in theaters, and we waited a year for Wicked came out a year ago, and and then we had to wait a year for the conclusion.
Of course, they had to release it around the holidays.
Of course.
That's what you do with a big blockbuster thing like this.
Of course. So Wicked for Good is out. I am ready for any and all of your questions.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
So this is essentially what, Act 2 of the stage show?
It is. It is Act 2, yes.
Yeah. So this is dealing with the Dorothy stuff, more or less.
Yes, unfortunately. The Dorothy stuff is so annoying. Thank God though that like Dorothy in Wicked for Good is just, you just kind of see her. You see her in shadows, or you just sort of see just little glimpses of her. You don't even see her head. You just kind of see her skipping along and stuff like that, which I'm fine with. I'm just absolutely, they don't really there's no specific like encounter that was in the original Wizard of Oz that they put in Wicked for Good.
They had to reenact.
But there wasn't really, I mean, there wasn't really any of Dorothy in the stage production anyway.
Right. They approached it the same way.
Yes.
You know, that was just sort of a side action that was happening off stage.
Off stage. But yeah, that's pretty much how it was dramatized in the film. You know, you just kind of see her quickly skipping along. You never see her full body or her head or anything like that. You see her in shadows and stuff like that.
Just a reminder that this is happening concurrently.
Yes, and of course I'm just like sitting there just being so annoyed. Now, anyway, no, I'm going to let you just lead with your questions.
All right, I'll try my best.
Okay.
So, in case you need a primer on what the first Wicked was, the first act is essentially the story about the Glinda and the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yes. And Shiz University.
What was her name? Her actual name in the
Elphaba.
Wicked. Elphaba.
Thank you.
Played by Indina Menzel in the original stage production of Elsa fame, Frozen.
Yes, a movie that you love.
And now everybody tries to sing like her. That's beside the point. So yeah, this is basically the story of these two women, and how they became sort of the Wicked Witch of the West and the Good Witch of the North. Yeah, I think that's where Glinda ended up. And the circumstances that surround it, and the evil wizard just coming to power for Emerald City and Oz as general. And then Act 2 here, I guess, is just all about
it's all post Shiz University. Yes.
Yeah. This is the actual Dorothy stuff and how she relates and leads to the downfall of the wizard and the killing, quote unquote, of the Wicked Witch of the West. Spoilers. Yeah, so
very well, but you did well with the synopsis there.
I tried my best.
Yeah.
There's a lot more going on than you would think, because you have to explain where everybody comes from, unfortunately. But that's the way they do it when they do these sorts of things.
We don't necessarily have to talk about all that either.
No.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the two actresses. One that I don't mind, and the other one that I kind of don't like.
Let me guess. You're not a fan of Ariana Grande.
No.
Okay.
She's kind of an awful person.
You know what? So I've heard and so I've read.
Yeah. And I don't know if she's gotten any better. I've just heard less. But initially, when she was first doing her post Disney stardom, or Nickelodeon, I think she was Nickelodeon. I don't remember. Either which way, when she started to get into being the pop star or whatever, she was an asshole.
Yeah. Stepped on people, just treated people wrongly, showed up 3 hours late to appearances.
The infamous thing where she went in with her entourage to a donut shop and then licked all the donuts and put them back.
That is a very
wow, you are such an asshole.
That is a very infamous story. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've sort of not liked her ever since, and I've not heard enough of
Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah, I've not seen enough of her to pass judgment.
Cynthia Erivo is magnificent.
Yeah.
I think she's fabulous. She's fabulous on stage. She's fabulous on screen. I'm captivated by her in anything I see her in. And this is one of the reasons why a year ago I decided to see this stupid movie. Because I like her. I love Cynthia Erivo. I think she was perfect to cast in this.
Oh.
And not only does she have the voice for it, she just has magnificent presence. And on top of that, I wanted to see it because Jonathan Bailey, Michelle Yeoh, Bowen Yang, he's he's hardly in Wicked for good. You know, you see a lot of him in Wicked, but you see far less of him in Wicked for Good, because again, they are really, really. Glinda and Alphaba are they are the main focus of this. So, but anyway, yeah, and Jeff Goldblum. I mean, I just, how could I not see it?
Yeah.
Like these are like such, not just a list, but you know, you watch them, you see them on screen. They are very captivating. You know, they're very. Bone Yang is very funny and very charismatic, and if you know, and of course, you know, we all love him on Saturday Night Live, so you know, yeah, if I may,
This is your show, man. Go nuts.
So we've already established I'm not a fan of the stage production. I'm a fan of these films.
Really?
The
Why?
Well, everything I initially talked about, the performance power of it, the actors, they picked all the right people, I think.
Okay.
Just cinematically, you talked about in the stage production, you know, the sets are very elaborate, but then to see it in the cinema, you know, both films, you know, where you have like wide angles and you can do just these vast shots of scenery and you know, it just the detail of it, you know, it's that really enhances something for you, and it's done in so many other film adaptations of stage musicals, but there's something about Wicked that, you know, Jon M and his team are just able to do it in such a way that it you see so many other film adaptations and they really just feel like that. But this the Wicked films stand out. Like, you don't have to see the stage production to enjoy the films. Yeah. I feel like with some other stage productions, other film adaptations, you have to see the stage productions first.
Just so you can compare it.
Just to compare it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that with these films.
It's a good standalone.
They're very good standalones. And so I don't know. I hope that answered your question. I don't know.
Sure.
Well, Jon M is I'm not a fan, again, God, take my gay card away. I'm not a fan of Crazy Rich Asians, which he made, but there's something about like his camera work and just the picturesque, you know, the all the beautiful scenery, you know, he's your guy for that kind of stuff. And no exception for the Wicked films.
He's good at capturing just the location and the atmosphere.
Absolutely. Location and atmosphere. You hit it on the nose, which is exactly why you are the co-host of this show, because you know how to just finish my sentences.
I just blowing smoke up my skirt. So the performances were really good.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? The chemistry between the girls, between Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, it's there. You know, their chemistry, their friendship, and you know, not famous pairs, you know, famous characters, you know, that are famous duos or whatever, you know, whether you see them on stage or on film, you've got to do that right. You've got to have that chemistry, you know,
right?
And these two ladies have it, absolutely, and their own separate, you know, their own separate numbers too are very impressive.
Little showcases of their talents.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, there's no doubt that either of them, you know, are just brilliant performers and just really good singers with ranges that are very impressive. So yeah.
So as far as the music goes, so they're taking a more or less hour-long second act and trying to stretch it into a 2-hour film at least. I imagine there's a lot more music going into it.
They were 2 songs that were added. Only 2 songs, yes. There was a song called "No Place Like Home."
Of course.
that was sung by Cynthia Erivo, and "The Girl in the Bubble," which you probably know what that's all about.
The Girl in the Bubble.
Yeah,
Because the song was called "Girl in the Bubble."
Because Glenda travels around
in a bubble.
In the bubble, yeah. So that was a feature song for Grande. So yeah, they just added 2 songs for each of the mains. You know,
Did they fit in with the rest of the songs?
they fit in. They were unnecessary, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but it still worked.
Okay.
It still worked. I mean, if they were, I can't fault them for that, because if they were trying to stretch this out to including credits, the runtime is 2 hours 18. So so to bleed it of that 2 hours, yeah. You seem surprised that they were just only 2 songs added.
Yeah, I would figure that they had to add a lot more in order to pad it out. Because how about pacing? Because the original stage production, the second act, it's just like all over the place, just getting all these storylines done and getting everybody where they need to be. And
no, the pacing was quite good.
yeah.
I will say this. I agree with you in the stage production. I think the second act, it's too erratic. Too much is happening.
Mm-hmm.
They're throwing it all at you.
Yeah.
You had more of that build up in Act 1. Then Act 2, they're just like blah, blah, blah. In the film, Wicked for Good, it's so well paced, which again I think is why the 2 hours was allotted, so they could pace it out a little better, but
then they would end up keeping you there for 4 hours instead of 3. So it's like, after a certain point, people are starting to go numb.
You know what though? I don't feel that with these films.
So it was a smart idea for them to separate them into 2-hour films then, and not try to shove them all into just a 3-hour-long epic.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah, because that was one of the first things when I heard they're going to separate it into 2 films. I was like, oh great, they're going to add a lot of fluff to it. But it sounds like they did it purposely, at least.
And Cynthia Erivo co-wrote the new songs too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I believe with Schwartz and the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
and the other guy.
Oh, sorry about that.
What the other guy was. We always forget the other guy.
Powell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Schwartz and Powell. So, no, it's funny. I knew his name like 2 seconds ago. But yeah. I don't know. I don't know that I need to talk anymore about this, other than if you, unless you have any more questions.
Well, my only other question before we get to the important questions is, where does this rank amongst other film musicals for you?
Oh, it's up there.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. This is probably my top 5.
So if you're a film musical fan, you need to see this.
Of film musical adaptations, this is definitely in my top 5.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Such a glowing review from something that I figured would be like, whatever.
I'm telling you, it's the visuals, the visualization, the pacing. It was just so well done. Both films, I think they're really flawless movies.
That's really cool, actually.
And to be able to take something that I am not really initially fond of,
right, and
to make it palatable for me, that is a feat. So my hats off. They've worked miracles. Oh yeah. Um, yeah, I hate to say this. Wicked for Good gets 4 stars.
4 stars. That
Yeah.
was my next
Yeah.
question. 4 stars.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This
Glowing
would
review.
not play my festival though.
Really?
I would not include this in my festival.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Wow, that's unfortunate then.
That's not unfortunate. I mean, why does this movie need? Yeah, I just feel like I'm not showing this. This is very this is just too big and mainstream.
Gotcha.
I don't need this.
Your 24-hour film festival 24-hour film festival is a showcase of underappreciated or indie films.
Yes, indie films,
Don't-
underappreciated.
Things without the power and the reach.
Underrepresented.
There you go.
My film festival is for film geeks. You know, not
mainstream.
No, yeah, not for wicked enthusiasts. But again, I give it 4 stars. So
Absolutely fascinating.
yeah.
This has been eye-opening for me.
It really?
Yeah.
And that really surprised you?
I knew about your disdain, or not disdain, but
Yeah, you pretty much were expecting me like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Because I know how you feel about the Wizard of Oz in general, and it's like, yeah, I expected you not to like this. It is intriguing the fact that you came out of it going, these are awesome films.
The music is still like the music, even in the film versions of the songs, they still don't really resonate with me.
Yeah,
but they maybe a little bit more with Cynthia Erivo because of her.
She would make you want to listen to the soundtrack.
Absolutely. There's a couple songs that I actually could listen to finally and maybe relate to them, because that was always my problem with the stage production. I never felt like I related to any of the songs in that, but there's but there's something about how Cynthia Erivo sings them. And again, she's just amazing. There was a show that she was on HBO called The Outsider, and it's Stephen King based, and it was just this really chilling, horror series, about this. Basically, he's called it's called El Cuco, and it's basically just like this demon that takes your DNA and becomes you, and then murders people, and then on top of all that, everything that's connected to the person that it murders, it kind of destroys their lives as well. And it's really, and Cynthia Erivo was like, she was one of the investigators. I mean, she investigated like the paranormal aspect of it, and she was it was not. It was a very understated performance. She was very calm and very serious too. It wasn't one of her more like exuberant roles, but she was just so brilliant in it because she's always so intense and deep in thought. And so but I mean, yeah, that's just one of the reasons. I love Cynthia Erivo. She did at Kennedy Center a few years ago. She did this concert where she did just a lot of just pop standards, and she was just absolutely amazing. She did everything from like Why by Annie Lennox to Whitney Houston's I Would Dance with Somebody. I mean, it was just, there's just something about her. She's magical. She really is. I adore Cynthia. But you know what? Most self-respecting homosexuals love Cynthia Erivo. So
there you go. Any idea what she's working on next?
You know what? She's always working on something.
That's what I kind of figured.
Yeah. Off the top of my head, I can, babes. I'm in. I can see if she, as far as like films, I can see.
See what she's brewing. What is your next obsession?
What's upcoming? I'm sure it's something I'm going to be nuts about. She's just incredible. But I mean, I've seen her in TIFF films. That's how brilliant she is. You know, she's been in films that have, you know, that these buzzworthy films that played like Sundance and Toronto Film Festival. So that's another, you know, it's just another reason why I just think she walks on water.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm sure she has something awesome coming up soon. So
she does. I don't know how to. Oh, here it is. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Their website is not great.
Oh yeah, there's just a ton of all this in development post production stuff.
Anything notable?
Let's see. Bad Fairies.
That sounds intriguing.
Yeah. Children of Blood and Bone.
Ooh.
Blink Speed, Carrier, Karoshi, Prima Facie, Raising Wild, Steel, Talent Show, The Rose, and then some untitled project.
Those are the ones that make me chuckle.
She's in demand. Yeah. So
might as well hit while the iron's hot.
So I guarantee you a handful of what I just mentioned will probably be just hugely buzzy.
Probably.
So,
I look forward to it. So let's wrap up this episode, unless you have anything else you want to add.
No, don't you think I've said enough?
I think so too.
Yeah, we can only talk about Wicked so much.
Yeah,
I want to just go back to hating on it.
It's just so easy. It's an easy target.
It is. I'm so glad you and I are on the same page about like the Wizard of Oz stuff. You know?
Unless it's Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
You know what? I have actually. Have you seen?
Oh yeah,
that before?
Yeah.
Okay. The years ago, back I was just beginning my I was already kind of making my connections for my music career, you know, which I always bring up, and Dan is always proof that it actually existed and it happened. He was
there. I saw it.
He witnessed it. But anyway, in the beginnings, my my brother, he and two or three of his other bandmates performed live Dark Side of the Moon with the Wizard of Oz.
That's hilarious.
Playing on screen behind them. And I was just so into their performance. I wasn't even like trying to get like some kind of trippy experience or anything. You know, I just was, because again, I was just like, oh man, Dark Side of the Moon is amazing. But fuck Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I know. Again, take my gay card away. I'm the worst gay guys.
There's plenty of other things that scream gay that you do, so
thank God, right?
We'd have to wonder about you otherwise.
Yeah, you would.
Boy, that Bo guy, he's so cis. I swear.
That's probably one of the most hilarious things you ever said. Yeah, that is my nightmare, actually. Like the idea of
God, I'm straight.
The idea of being cis. Yeah, that kind of makes me want to slit my wrists.
Please don't. Well, thanks for watching this episode of Bad Pop Song and all its wickedness. Remember to check out our website, badpopsong.com, for the latest episodes and links to the songs, films, shows, whatever we discuss. It's all there. And be sure to like and subscribe Bad Pop Song on YouTube.
Yes.
Go hit that like button.
Absolutely.
As they say, you know, smash that like button. I don't understand why, but
smash.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, all right, cool, whatever.
Hulk smash.
Tune in next time when Bo continues to invite us into his wonderful, magical, bubblegum world of all things media, music, and stuff that makes you cringe. Till then, I'm Dan.
Can I shamelessly plug something?
Please do.
Anybody who watches here in Cincinnati, Fox 19 in the morning, I am one of the new film contributors.
Yay!
So I will be reviewing. I've already reviewed with my colleague Kevin. Now you see me, now you don't. Not now you see me, now you don't. And tomorrow morning I will be reviewing Wicked for Good. So yeah,
Oh gosh, that means I need to put this episode up as soon as possible.
Well, anyway, catch me. You can catch me on Fridays, Friday mornings on for a few minutes on Fox 19 here in Cincinnati. Just thought I'd shamelessly promote that.
Yeah, please do, because that's awesome. Bo's on TV. He's on the Magic Box. It's crazy.
Right.
Well, until then, I'm Dan.
I'm Bo.
Have fun.
Stay groovy.
Woo!